Welcome to a short reflection on Canto 9 of Dante's Inferno by Sebastian Mahfoud. Though Virgil knows an angel is on his way to open the gates of Dis, he loses his color and grows impatient in doubt. His treatment at the hands of the rebellious angels makes an infernal kind of sense, for Dis is the gateway to lower hell, more human than bestial, characterized by an increasing abuse of reason. Dante notes Virgil's uncertainty and speculates the cause lies in the possibility that Virgil doesn't know the path. Virgil puts that concern to rest by agreeing that the souls above rarely descend, but that he himself was once summoned by the witchery of Erictho to descend as far as Judaica to collect a prophecy on the outcome of a war, as told by Lucan in his Pharsalia. Not only did he make it to the bottom of the pit, he says, but he also returned to his home in Limbo. It's apparent then that he knows his way. What he wasn't expecting is that the doors to Dis would be shut against him, meaning that he didn't experience that obstinance on the part of the damned the first time through. The reason is an easy one to figure out. Virgil would have descended through the gates before they were locked and barred by the rebellious angels, who likely regrouped at Dis following Christ's destruction of the upper gates. Christ hadn't yet rattled the black angels, that is, on Virgil's first descent, and they probably made a pact among themselves not to let in any other visitors entering in a state of grace. Dante's presence is the variable here. While the poets are waiting, three Furies, Megara, Alecto, and Tisiphone, appear at the top of one of the turrets, beating their brows, clawing at their bleeding breasts, and wailing madly at the sight of Dante and Virgil. The plan they form is to call Medusa, the Gorgon, to change Dante into stone. Virgil sees the danger in this plan and actually places his hand over Dante's eyes, for there is an evil upon which one may never look and live. The angelic messenger who appears is mission-driven. He waves away hell's stench, but, like Beatrice exclaimed to Virgil when she met him in Limbo, is otherwise not affected by the environment he's entered, even though he affects it greatly with his presence, which creates storms and scatters the damned souls, and there is no resistance at his opening of the gate. His action here, in Dante's description of his being like one preoccupied by other presences than those before him, gives some support to the idea that hell is a state of being rather than a place, though the fact that he notices it, and that it's populated with souls who will one day drag back their physical bodies, might indicate otherwise. Once past the gate that now offers no resistance even to the poets, the kind of heretics Dante and Virgil find themselves among are those who denied the immortality of the soul. Ciardi notes that these souls stand in relation to the lower hell, as the pagans stood in relation to the upper hell. The pagans did not know how to worship God. The heretics denied his existence. Dante will have the opportunity to speak with two of them in the next canto, and he accords one of them a certain infernal dignity of the proud, identifying this place as a consequence of radical autonomy, where reason is first abused when man sets himself up as his own God and denies the true good of the life that God has prepared for him. To be dead, to be truly dead, must be sublime, Dracula says in the Spanish version of the film which bears his name. To be truly dead for us, though, is so contrary to the purpose of our creation that it defines reason. This is exemplified in the abuse that is hurled upon Virgil when the damned slam the gates in his face, and it's the kind of thing we do whenever we make a conscious decision to set our own pride up against God's. In a perversion of the non sum dignus, man has sought to become his own God, to not only deny the afterlife, but to deny the right of God to work within his life. This is evidenced within the legally positivistic structure of our society, by the way constitutional law has been interpreted. In the 1992 Supreme Court decision, Planned Parenthood v. Casey, Justices O'Connor and Kennedy wrote, "At the heart of liberty is the right to define one's own concept of existence, of meaning, of the universe, and of the mystery of human life," a statement that sums up the post-Enlightenment attitude. While man is a creature who bears within himself an essential difference from the rest of creation, in the form of his having been created as a rational being, he's lost sight of that fact. To properly orient ourselves to our true nature, we need to remember who created whom, and be in awe of the reality that we are called to enter into a relationship with that person.